all his bands are different from the last. Like, I mean, even Mr. Bungle, they did like, I think it was like 3, maybe 4 albums, and each album was different from the last one. Like Disco Volante was different than California, and you know, it just like that sort of thing. There's just crazy stuff, like insane, like all over the place, but really cool stuff. I mean, like one of my favorite songs is from the album California is Air Conditioned Nightmare. I mean, Mike Penn says like there's really no kind of sense or background to most of my songs. I kind of read the lyrics to sound good and I go for it. You know, that's pretty much all he does.
Yeah, I love that. Mr. Bungle is a quality band, and you're right, every album is completely different, and they always remind me of a time where we used to listen to Mr. Bungle, Winnebago Deal, who I don't know if they're still around, but they were a fantastic band. They were a 2-piece, grungy, heavy kind of band. We used to listen to them, Mr. Bungle, and a band that I will remember the name of after the next song, hopefully. But it was this kind of trio of awesomeness
right on.
for a couple of years, probably 10, 15 years ago. And it was just this world of alternative. And it was the kind of thing where, you know, like, your friends and your parents would be like, what the hell is this? It was so obscure at the time, but now it's like people know this stuff, and people realise how good that was. Well, we're just really lucky to stumble across it.
Right, eh? Well, we have 2 more songs here for part 1 to get to. Very long part 1, but it's not a big deal. But just real quick before I forget, speaking of weird stuff, even Faith No More, because we all know Mike Penn did Faith No More as well, and his deal was, I'll do Faith No More, but you still got to let me do Mr. Bungle stuff on the side. They're like, okay, yep, no problem. So they did the real thing, which was like, it was 89, I believe. It was like a good funk rock record and really different from what people had heard before, and really cool, especially the keyboards. And even that album was all over the place. And they do a cool cover of a War Pigs at the very end of that album.
Yeah.
And but even from the real thing to Angel Dust, like complete like 360. I mean, complete. And Angel Dust was so much heavier, and in some cases a lot poppier as well. Because like, I mean, the first song from Land of Sunshine to like Crack Hitler or you know or Gizlobber. There's so many. It's kind of all over the place, and it's, you know, or Be Aggressive. You know, it just Small Victory. I mean, it just all over the place. Like even with the 80s mix, because Small Victory's definitely got some 80s influence in it right there. But you know, with a Land of Sunshine, here's how to order. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's it. There's so much. I mean, that was the interesting thing is that Faith No More was a band, as I said earlier, that I saw with Soundgarden and Black Sabbath and Motorhead and all these other people, and they were, that was only 3 or 4 years ago. Well, it was whatever 20 years of Super Unknown was. And they're a band, again, you know, I knew a lot of their stuff, but seeing them live, you really notice, really realise the diversity of what they do, and it's quite incredible, actually, that, you know, these bands go for this long and do, you know, go in so many different directions and do so many things. Because up until that point, I really liked Faith No More, but my long-standing memory of Faith No More before seeing them live was on Epic. If you watch the video of Epic, the piano blows up at the end, and there's just a really bad cut where they just cut the wrong frame in the video. Basically, the way the piano blows up is just so unrealistic. It just suddenly disappears out of shot, and that's kind of like the thing I remembered about. Oh, that was that band that had that cool track with the awful video, and then, you know, you own a couple of albums or whatever, and they sit there. You see them live, and you go back and go, "Oh my god, I forgot how awesome everything they do is." Well, yeah, it's like changes your whole perspective sometimes when you see a band, just how good they are.
Two more things and 2 more songs about them. The one song is probably the heaviest song they have in their catalog is "Surprise You're Dead" on The Real Thing, and that's when the cowbell starts off. You know, like do like really really cool kick-ass heavy riff, and then the other one I was going to go into was obviously the title, well, not the title track, but the first single was "Midlife Crisis." But if you listen to that, I mean, it has absolutely nothing to do with the midlife crisis whatsoever. And that shows you how obscure Mike Penn's lyrics are, but still makes it super cool. So we'll get to our next song, which is a band called Dead Sea Navigators. Their new EP just came out yesterday called Destroyer, and this is the title track from that EP called Destroyer. Dig this, Dead Sea Navigators.
I said okay, said I think so. Past curfew, but we're central. Yeah, it's hot down here. I know breeze to feel no. We can jump into the next car. If we step outside, might serve us right. No more money, no corruption inside. We're out of sight beneath the skyline. We'll swerve the reason. We'll swerve the reason. The flashing sign that gives you a halo, and we're picking out the swingers. Yeah, the winter's eye is on a TV info. We can stay out of the cross tour. Snow overside, a swing to the right. The earth keeps spinning and no one stops to help us. We're half alive, we'll sing to the night. We'll swerve the reason, we'll swerve the reason. If we step outside, might serve us right. No more money and no corruption inside. We're out of sight beneath the skyline. We'll swerve the reason. We'll swerve the reason. Snow overside. We'll swing to the right. The earth keeps spinning and no one stops to help us. We're half alive, and we'll sing to the night. The Lord's the red sail, the Lord's the red sail, the Lord's the red sail, the Lord's the red sail,
Dead Sea Navigators with Destroyer off their new EP Destroyer, which came out yesterday. Love that tune, and man, it's so much more. I'm trying to think of a bit. Not that their songs aren't lively, but a lot more. Seems a lot more involved with this one. Like they keep on progressing further and further, and I'm like really enjoying the progression of the band. I really enjoy this tune. I know I'm partial to Dead Sea Navigators, but this was a great tune.
They're a fantastic band, and this really is a good tune. And actually, when you sent me the playlist, whenever it was earlier in the week, this was the one that really. There were a couple that really stood out, and this was one of them. It's just. You're right. It's energy, isn't it? It's got that, it's a little bit of extra vibe going on, and they're a fantastic band. But this is a really, really good track. It's for me. It's kind of got so much in there because it's almost got kind of like a rock rhythm and blues kind of thing going on in there, but then it's also got kind of anthemic nature to it. It reminds me a little bit of Elbow, which I've said many times are a band I absolutely love for their kind of anthemic quality. It's got that nice the way that guitar kind of twangs reminds me of really good TV theme tunes from 70s cop shows and stuff.
Yeah, right on.
There's just a bit of everything in there, which is quality, and I think the vocal really carries that across everything as well. So yeah, it's a really exciting tune, a really exciting. I haven't heard the whole EP, but if that's the kind of introduction to it or one of the tracks from it, then I'm certainly excited to hear the rest of it.
We have one more to go. One more song from that EP to go, and one more song for tonight to go, and for part one, that is. So just offline, off air, Mike and I were exchanging lines from Faith No More's song "Midlife Crisis," and of course the one that sticks out is pretty much the main focus of the song is it goes You're perfect, yes, it's true. But without me, you're only you. You know, like, and it just they make no sense then because your menstrual weight heart it can bleed enough for two. You know, it's like really.
Yeah.
Not doing complete justice, obviously. So you guys can look it up and hear the version that's actually sounding right as opposed to my kind of a.
No, that was beautiful.
Man, you should go live sometime. Aren't we live, man?
We should have a little segment, a little jingle and everything where it's Bonesy sings, and you just pick a few lines from a song you sing each week.
Speaking of which, man, I almost have that that commercial ready. And I'll tell the folks what's been going on is obviously Mike and I have a lot of fun with phrasing throughout the shows, and he's had a lot of good ones. So what I've been doing is piecing together, we'll call it a little not promo, but a little kind of commercial, and it'll be Mike's advice on dating because there's enough in there where I can throw it in perfectly, and I've started already, but it's gonna take me another few weeks to finish. But just so we're clear here, Mike's gonna get a preview first before it actually hits the live air to make sure it's all right. And but there's some good ones, and trust me, it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's fine. I don't need to agree to it.
Yeah, it's nothing bad. Well, let's put it this way: it's nothing slanderous, right? So
I've already said it.
So
oh, that's cool.
last song of part one, since we've gone a little bit over, but that's okay, is a good musician and a good soon-to-be friend of ours, and this is John Magnuson, and this is his song "Ode to Friend," and it's a remix by a guy named T.C. Newman. Dig this.
You were young, you had barely turned 15 when they stuck you on the ground. You took your voice and then you buried it within. Oh, how I miss that sound. And it was cold when they took you. You were supposed to go just like us. I never told you, you never heard what a friend you were. What a friend you were. And the girl who rose the lust inside your soul. Now she is crying in front of me. Her tears are falling softly on the floor while she's asking you for peace. And it was cold when they took you. You were supposed to go just like us. I never told you, you never heard what a friend you were. I can still remember knocking on your door just to say goodbye, my friend.